This lesson deals with supplemental problem 218. You can find this problem in the ECE302 ebook in the Chapter 2 Supplemental Problems on page 39. I'd like you to design a quadrupler using the doubler that we had in the Chapter 2 lecture notes on page 69. I'd also like you to find the maximum voltage across each capacitor. When we pick the capacitors, we would know what the ratings need to be. Here's the doubler that we had on page 69 of the Chapter 2 notes. And my input was a square wave between Vmax and minus Vmax. Then this first diode clamps this waveform to the reference voltage minus 1 diode drop. Well, there is no reference voltage here, it's 0. And take this waveform and clamp it to 0 volts minus 1 diode drop. And then the peak-to-peak value here is 2 V maximum, so add 2 V maximum to this, and that's the height of the square wave in steady state. And then with a positive peak detector, we're going to detect positive peak minus 1 diode drop. That's just going to give us a constant of 2 V maximum minus 2 VDN. This can act as a battery, and we could again use a positive clamp and a positive peak detector. Our positive clamp is clamped to this voltage. Take our original waveform now, we're going to clamp it to 2 V maximum minus 2 VDN, and then minus 1 more diode drop, minus 3, and then add 2 V maximum to that, be 4 V maximum minus 3 VDN, and then we'll put another positive peak detector and grab the positive peak of this, minus 1 diode drop. This value here, and then 1 more diode drop. This is now a DC value, and that's my output. So I'm able to take the original V maximum and multiply it by a factor of 4. And you can keep on going, go as high as you want, until eventually you get breakdown of the wires and the components. Now let's find the voltage across each capacitor in steady state. Let me scroll this back up here. We can pick any instant in time. I'm just going to pick this first part of the cycle. The value for V in here is V maximum, and the voltage here in steady state is the value right here. Take the difference of those two, that's the voltage across the capacitor in steady state. And that's going to be 2 V maximum minus VDN minus V maximum. I'm left with V maximum minus VDN. That's what's on the bottom of the page. The maximum voltage here is just going to be node voltage V sub B, which is 2 V maximum minus 2 VDN, or you could pull the 2 out in front. Capacitor over here, number 3, is going to be the difference of these two node voltages in steady state. And that's going to be 4 V maximum minus 3 DN, and then minus V maximum. It's going to give me 3 V maximum minus 3 VDN. Then lastly, the voltage across here is just going to be the value we had just calculated. That's 4 V maximum minus 4 VDN. You can pull those constants out in front. And you can see that the ratings of the capacitors begins to increase as we add more sections. And this is supplemental problem 218.